Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Prime Shinoy back at another video, and in this video I'm doing my One Piece manga chapter 1017 review titled The Order. And this chapter is a lot of things happened. It was very informational as well, but let's break it down. So this cover story shows a chimpanzee solving puzzles with Buggy's body. Okay, take that how you will. The monkey is like moving around pieces of Buggy in different places where they should be. That's okay. Do your thing, Buggy. But okay, so we start out the chapter in the performance floor inside the dome, and we see Tama. She's standing at the very top of like one of the performance areas with, and there's Queen. There's a bunch of soldiers fighting, and she's kind of like kind of has to show her courage, and Queen is yelling at her. She gets very scared, and there's a lot going on. We see Jinbei and Who's Who. We'll get back to them, because we haven't seen them in a long time. We see Frankie running away. Well, not running away, but defending himself from soldiers of Kaido's men. And we see Jack versus Inuarashi. They're right there facing off against each other. And we see, just typical stuff. We see all the chaos that's going on in Nagashima right now. And they're talking about killing all the traitors, because remember, Tama with her devil fruit, she can turn anyone that's an animal or has part of an animal in them to basically obey her every command. And so the gifters, the ones who are under Tama's control, they're like kind of on the fence about what they should do, what they should fight for. But Tama, she goes to the top and she yells to remind them, and re-establishes the order to fight on Luffy's side and Momonosuke, to fight on the side of the alliance. And so that works. And we also cut to Luffy, like for a little square panel. We see Luffy. He's on Law's ship. They're like pushing on his chest to get all the water out, since he was almost about to drown. And we see Momonosuke. He's crying because of Kinemon, and she says, and it echoes through Onigashima, "You gotta help us beat Kaido so they can win." And we see Speed and the rest of the gifters obeying the order, and all the people like Jack and Queen, they're confused. They don't know what's going on, because they never seen this before. Because they knew that there were some traitors, but they didn't know why. So when they see this little girl getting them to switch sides, they're confused, thinking that it's maybe her, which it is. And yes, so the gifters are putting in work again, going crazy, absolutely crazy. And there's one of the headliners called Poker the headliner has turned traitor, and Who's Who is also confused about what they're doing. And there we go. So we also see CP0 again, and they're thinking about how strange it is what's going on in Onigashima right now with the gifters and all the soldiers. The gifters are out of control. Onigashima is in chaos. Nami is hugging Tama. She looks exhausted, and she's extremely scared. And we see Queen. He's pissed off, so he's going directly for Tama, Nami, and Usopp, and he charges up a blast in his mouth. And we see the man Sanji coming in clutch with a Collier strike straight to the neck of Queen, to the side, so they don't get hit. And he calls Sanji. He says, "Damn it, Judge's son again." And Sanji, obviously, he doesn't like his family, so he's saying to Queen to never call him that name again. And we actually get some information that I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I don't think we've received this information throughout the entire story so far. And he says, "You mean Mads?" That was a year ago. After Sanji asks him if he's part of the research of Vinsmoke Judge, and and he might have revealed something that wasn't supposed to be revealed. Even Sanji questions if that was supposed to be a secret, because that's not something that we've heard before. And he goes into like another form of his. Not it's nothing, not a major difference. But yeah, he goes into his hybrid dinosaur form. He's still a big dinosaur, but he's like the human body type. Yeah, it's called the man beast form. Okay, and Sanji, he looks like he's about to fight Queen. He asks Chopper if he can do it. We see Dr. Miyagi and them all trying to fix up Zoro. And Chopper, he actually there's actually a side effect from fighting Queen because he used the Rumble Ball and he actually shrunk down. And it's called Baby Geezer Chopper, and he became smaller and he talks like a little baby, kind of like when Luffy in Enies Lobby when he went Gear Third, and he turned little. So I didn't know that was a side effect of Chopper using the Rumble Ball. But we see Zoro. He's on the ground. He doesn't like. He obviously wants to get up and fight. He's telling Dr. Miyagi that he doesn't care what happens to him. He just wants to fight, and fighting is all that matters to get the victory, which is respectable. And Zoro, he's gonna do that. And after that, we go to the fourth floor, and we go back to Who's Who and Jinbei, which I said that we were gonna go back to when they are first showed in the chapter. And Who's Who pulls out a little blade, and we also know that if you don't remember, Who's Who and Jinbei. Apparently, Who's Who has history with Jinbei, and that's kind of like something that we could find out. Well, we find out a little bit more about it in the chapter, but I'm just gonna continue. So they throw attacks to each other. Who's Who does an attack called Blade Pistol. He throws looks like a bunch of blades. I don't know. Jinbei repels it with his Fishman Karate, and Who's Who, he uses Shave actually, Soru, and he goes behind on top of Jinbei. He tries a Tempest Kick, so he's apparently using Cipher Pole moves. He's using Cipher Pole moves, and Jinbei deflects it with his Armament Haki, and he notices the six powers that Who's Who are using. Who's Who was using, and yeah, Jinbei was talking about how he heard a secret member of CP9 escaped jail from prison. So, and apparently Who's Who says himself that was him. And he actually goes into like a tiger form, his saber tooth form that he showed when they were showing all the forms of the headliners and Kaido's like main men. So yeah, Who's Who, he has that in his arsenal, and we actually realized that Who's Who made a mistake 12 years ago, and that they used to say that he had as much potential as the genius Rob Lucci. And he does an attack called Fang Pistol against Jinbei. Jinbei dodges it, and he says Jinbei says that he's never seen the six powers that Who's Who is using right now, and yeah, so Who's Who, he says he brings up back when Jinbei was about to fight him. He said helmsman of the Straw Hat Crew very proudly, and he said that it brings up his past, and we actually get something that I didn't think you were ever really gonna get from the story. But he says 12 years ago a devil fruit was stolen from a government ship, and when Straw Hat Luffy appeared 2 years ago, I was shocked to learn the truth. This is from Who's Who, and he says that Straw Hat had eaten the very gum gum fruit that was stolen from that ship. So we actually know where the gum gum fruit is. It's from a government ship, so it must have been that the red hair pirates got the gum gum fruit from the government ship, the gum gum fruit, and apparently it might have been Who's Who could have been responsible for that, because he says that He went to jail for a mistake that he made 12 years ago, and at the same time he also brought up the 12 years ago about the gum gum fruit being stolen, and that was just mind blowing. I remember when I read it for the first time, when I read it before I did this review, I was in shock because like I said, I didn't think that was something we were gonna get in the story, which I would like to touch up more on that and who's history on the on Cipher Pole. We could actually maybe get a own little Who's Who flashback chapter explaining that and seeing the Gum Gum fruit and its origins of how Luffy got it and the Red Hair Pirates and Shanks and all that. But that's the end of the chapter. Next chapter hits July 4th, so there's no break. We're getting it next week. That was chapter 1017. I really liked it. Hope you guys enjoy. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and see you in the next one. Peace.